Hi, myself is Ranadev Chandra, EHS manager of a company. Today, I will take a session on risk assessment. Risk assessment, everybody knows it's a legal requirement, it's a proactive approach to identify the risk, to mitigating the risk. It's a basically quantitative approach. Previous to risk assessment, we were doing basically job safety analysis. At that point of time, job safety analysis was applicable for process industry, chemical industry, and other construction activities. Job safety analysis was a purely qualitative analysis. Risk assessment differs from job safety analysis. Risk assessment is a quantitative analysis by means of risk matrix, basically risk profiling, high level, medium level, or lower level risk by means of probability and severity matrix, 4x4 or 5x5 or 3x3. We used to identify the risk, we used to analyze the risk, we used to evaluate the risk, then we used to take appropriate control measures in order to reduce the risk to a appropriate level. Risk cannot be eliminated 100%, risk can be minimized to maximum possible extent, that is 99.5%, in order to make the risk acceptable level, that is called ALAP level, that is as low as reasonably practicable. This risk assessment provides a legal framework between the legal requirement and EHS policies of the organization. That's why that in every EHS policies of the organization there is a mention of risk assessment, that whatever may be the risk involved in the job, that needs to be communicated to the all workmen, shareholder as well as stakeholders also. Risk assessment basically based upon probability and severity. We used to change the probability because severity can't be changed. Risk assessment is based upon the existing control. Existing control means whatever may be the already control measures adopted in the job. Apart from that, you have to take the other control measures based upon your competency, based upon your skill, knowledge and experience. So by the hierarchy of control, we used to mitigate the risk starting from the risk elimination, risk reduction, then risk isolation and segregation. That means isolating the hazard and isolating the man, as well as it is followed by the discipline work permit system, and PPE is called last line of defense. So top one is the most effective one, just like risk elimination or engineering control like that, and last one like PPE, just like supportive and administrative control are the least possible extent of control in terms of mitigating the risk. After risk assessment is being made, both this cumulative existing control and additional controls are taken into consideration, and this needs to be disseminated to all workmen in different training media, just like a pep talk, which is a very important media, like preparatory talk. Before engaging the workman in the job, you can easily tell them or brief them what is the hazards and day-to-day risk of the job and how to mitigate the measures. If people know about the risk and potential vulnerabilities associated in the job, then definitely after addressing the risk, he can be in a better position. So risk assessment being a quantitative approach, risk assessment sometimes needs to be changed, relook into whenever there is a change in process, change in equipment, change in machinery as well, change in the system or management of change, or what we call MOC. Whenever there is any accident used to happen, we used to change risk assessment. Whenever any machinery layout or system layout gets changed, we used to make changes in the risk assessment. So risk assessment is a very comprehensive method of identifying quantitatively the risk. What happens here, basically we used to do risk profiling by means of high level, medium level and low level risk. Whenever any job is started, we used to apprehend the level of risk is very high or medium. Then after taking appropriate suitable control measures, we reduce down the risk to lower level. So this is basically the motto, intent, purpose of the risk assessment basically. So I would request each and every safety professional that whenever any risk assessment is being made, you should have a thorough insight about the risk assessment based upon the previous accident related or relevant to specific pertaining to the job, as well as you should take the inputs from workman, even supervisor, from your project manager, from your site execution engineer, and you should also go through different magazines, safety magazines, that should refer you that how to make the risk assessment. Then only your risk assessment will be specific, measurable, quantitative, as well as foolproof, fail-safe, and as per the requirement of the organization. So it's my humble request to each and everyone that you should, whenever you are making a risk assessment, you should have a thorough analysis, you should make a comprehensive risk assessment, and after all, you should communicate the outcome of the risk assessment to the all personnel in order to integrate safety in your job, as well as let the job get in a seamless manner without any accident and incident. Thank you. Hope so you have liked my insightful thoughts regarding risk assessment, expecting good feedback from your end. Thanks.